Sioux City is making it official. The two people who've been leading the city for the past year will continue in those roles full time. The city announced just this afternoon that Mike Collett will serve as the city's next city manager, pending the approval of the city council. Collett was serving as interim city manager since Bob Padmore retired last April. Now, he's been with the city since 2007 and an assistant city manager since 2014, overseeing the administrative services, airport, as well as the transit department. The city also announced that with that appointment, current interim assistant city manager Teresa Finch will take that job on full time, along with her current role as the city's finance director. According to city staff, the city council will vote on the appointment of Collett at its meeting Monday, April 6th, and Finch's later in the month.